Hello everybody, welcome back. It's JudiciousFire, and I am continuing my Lazulix series. This time we're going to take Laz into the Insane 8 dungeons. I don't believe that Laz is going to be able to solo any of the dungeons. He isn't built for that. He isn't built for a global skill activation. Anything within his perimeter he's going to destroy. But unless he is able to move the full width of the board, he's not going to be able to destroy all of those buildings. And there are invulnerable enemies on Insane 8, like the Archdemons. He won't get past those physically. Now, a hero like Spirit Mage was able to do it. He pumped out 14 magic missiles that went out and destroyed any building within 2-3 hits. They were so powerful. Somebody like a Phantom King can do it if he's given a lot of help. He doesn't have the strength innately to bring down those buildings in times without a timeout. But this Laz, I tell you what he can do. He can certainly destroy anything within one hemisphere of the entire screen, as well as keep the entire enemy busy and do a heck of a lot of mess to every single stage of the dungeon. We're going to see that in a moment. He's got a 10 blade dance. That with his 11,000 dodge and his 9 nimble is going to give him 14,500 dodge approximately. And that's a great thing to have. 7 holy conviction for those times when his shield goes down, as well as to give him a healing boost. If he's running a healing pet, he's got a healer on his team. He has a lot of things. I'm bringing along a dungeon team because I don't think he can do it by himself. And we're going to try a different series of dungeons here. For good luck, we go into our Moxie. Our Moxie screen, we want to get our Magic Bureau of our guild. We get a Moxie flag for 20% damage reduction. Even though it is mislabeled and states that it does not activate on heroes, it certainly does. We also get a protection to give our little Guardian troops some love. It does nothing at all, but it's for good luck. Magic, 3 base damaging spells and 1 boost. You can get away with that. And as we go along, I can tell you about the other heroes. We've got 1 through 10. I find that the ones at the beginning and the end, the bookends, are the hardest. I'll start at 8 too. I'll move my way up. I'll work my way back. And we'll see how we do. Okay, let's try first an Atlantic Core. And we're going to have to kill off the Gunslinger Copters and some of the auto proc heroes. We're going to have to do that. Horrible. I'll tell you why I messed up that drop. I don't know what screen I'm looking to. that's why. I'm trying to look at the screen that I'm supposed to be facing, while at the same time trying to do some very minute moves on the screen. Let me look at my phone. Okay, so let me bring up some Love Doves, and I'm going to drop AC. Wait till that last Skelly proc goes. We drop AC. Okay, there we go. And AC's getting a little bit of a miss now and again. I got him on Eulophant, perfectly fine. It's really just to keep him from getting stunned up from towers and stuff. So you don't drive yourself nuts having to drop him 5 times. Let's bring out some more troops, and let us bring Laz into the battle. Boom. Okay, let's see how long he lasts. In the meantime, let's drop Ronan. Let's see how long this man lasts. Now, he needs Love Doves to continually stack on. So if what ends up happening is no Love Doves continue to produce, he's going to get killed. The reason no Love Doves would continue to produce, he's freezing up the Dove Keepers in front of him, and they're not continually generating Love Doves because he's got them all on freeze. He also has to do a little bit of traveling. Wow, he just took out the town hall. During that traveling time, he can become vulnerable. Whoa, he is right in front of an archdemon. He is taking on everybody and everything. Look at this brutality. We're at 64%. We haven't even done a minnow yet. Let's do a minnow. Let's boost here. Drop minnow. See, punching box destroyed the building. He should be tanking on a love dove. It's the problem with punching box on minnow. Unless you're hitting an invulnerable love dove, the punching box destroys whatever building you're trying to hit. But Laz is doing just fine on his own. Let's use some of these spells. Yeah, why not, right? Can't hurt. And we do this disaster spell, which is this giant roly-poly ball. Yeah. Like it. And we do our buddy tree and bring everybody back. I mean, it was sloppy. It was sloppy. My first run through this, using this method and through this dungeon with Lazulix. But, yeah, certainly effective. I call this a win. Let's not drive each other crazy running every bit. We'll call 2 flames a win. Can always go back and use a more, use a different strategy. Okay, so that was an 88%. And let's bring out some love doves. What we got? Oh, a bunch of gunslinger copters too. All right, we got a nice clean capture with our friend Atlanticor. I didn't use it. I didn't bring any spells. It's okay. Heck with it. Look at that. He's gonna freeze everybody up. Is he gonna be able to tank on the archdemons? He shouldn't be able to do that. That's too much brutality for one Lazulix. I don't care what your dodge rate is. To sit there and just tank on archdemons. Stop running in the meantime. Wow. Probably better places to drop in the corner. If I'm going to run this again, I would drop them up in the northwest and not right up against these archdemons. You see, the man's not dying. He's not even taking damage. He's dodging everything. But because he's locked up on that archdemon, he is unable to move forward. I mean, we'll easily 50% this. So let's just call that a win. Doom Balloon would take care of the other 10%, I'm sure, within the next minute or so. Let's move on. See what we get. So we see what we got. Let's have spells this time. Come on, spells. Let's replenish. Bada bing. Okay, what was that? That was 3. Let's do 4. Okay. Oh, what a mess. Where are some love doves? Where's Dovekeeper? Right over here. Okay, yeah, right. Let's do right here. Let's get some love doves in our direction. Come on, bring those love doves. And let's get Atlanticor. Look at that. All right, instant capture from Atlanticor. I love it. And then our friend Laz. Oh yeah. Look at that. Let's get our buddy Ronan going. drop a whole mess of spells. He's invulnerable. Now I'll tell you the super team, and I don't know theoretically if it could work. Super team is Spirit Mage, Phantom King, Laz. There's half your super team, who at a high enough dodge rate are basically invulnerable in the Insane Dungeon 8 series. Now, theoretically, that would be awesome, yes. But I don't know logistically, in terms of realistic gameplay, if that's going to work. I tried to run Phantom King and Spirit Mage simultaneously. And what I found was only one hero can really stack on the Love Doves at a time. So if Phantom King was stacking on the Love Doves, thereby dodging, thereby allowing this whole process to work and the heal and the high dodge rate boost, if he was the one doing the stacking and I dropped Spirit Mage, Spirit would die. Or they'd switch places and Spirit would take over hitting the Love Doves and getting all the boosts while poor Phantom King would die off. So I found that only one can really stack on those doves at a time. I call this a win. This is fine. We got 2 on that. That's good. Yeah, we need some more of these. Yeah, to do this thing. And we do that. Okay, what was that one? Are we on the right one? I think so. Okay. This looks like trouble. Real nice. Okay, let's do it. And we go with our man. Whew, when he gets that first skill activation cooking, oh my gosh. It goes a whole quarter of the base's perimeter. We'll throw Ronan in there. We'll put our buddy Cosmo up in there. Let's give a boost to everybody. What the heck not? Woo! We're at 80% because of our buddy Minnow. Minnow running with a 10 Unholy Pact for 240% extra attack. Oh my gosh. So we got Laz at 10 Blade Dance, 9 Nimble, Doom Balloon, all said and done, 14,500 dodge, 7 Holy Conviction. We've got a Triantar with a 9 Revite, a 9 Revive. I think Rudolph, the man stays alive for a second, you know, it'll make a difference. He's got a Holy Conviction. He's got mostly dodge traits. We've got Atlanticor with all health. He's the true deflect. He's the only truly effective deflector in the game at Castle Clash. We've got a Revite for the instant skill activation and some revives in case he gets killed during the initial drop period. We've got Minnow at a 10 out of 10 Unholy Pact with a 9 Revite for the instant skill activation. Oh, here we go. And we've got all attack on Minnow, all attack, and punching box, for the attack boost that it provides him. And we've got Ronan with a survival and a revive. Survival being the talent, revive being the insignia. They are both at 9. If I'm going to take Ronan and any of those two to skill 10, I would reverse it. And I would go with a level 10 revive, giving you 2 revives at 100% health, which is far more beneficial than a survival, which gives you a little bit more healing, but really nothing more than that. I say this is a win. So I think that it's time to look in Castle Clash, in general, at the back again at the talents in terms of their level. upping them a level, what kind of benefit or boost does that provide your hero or team? And not using so much. Certainly, it's a factor. Not using so much the insignia bonus that one gets when you outfit one of those particular insignias. Did we just run this one? Yeah, I think we just did. And we are now on this one. Uh-oh. Okay, it's gonna get crazy. Ooh, he has a lot of Nubuses. Let's do this. Let's drop Atlantic Core down here. See if we can't kill off a bunch of Anubises before we get busy here. Okay, let AC do his thing. Yeah, he's getting some dodge from the Eulafant. I think maybe even he has a little bit of dodge on his superior traits. He's not a primary concern of mine in terms of working on his traits and making him perfect. He does what he does and he does it well. I don't need any more right now from him. Okay, we're going to use, wow, look at that. 24%'s going. Holy smokes, that's crazy. That is crazy. Let's see if we can drop a little bit more. We're going to drop our buddy Minnow. It's tough because there aren't love doves to grab on. Laz freezes everything up. It's not like Spirit Mage or Phantom King. He just freezes everybody up. And because of that, we're just unable to hit those love doves with the other heroes. But we can see, this is features about Laz. We can see what an amazing job he's doing in all capacities. Now, if we ran this a couple of times, we would want to look at where we want to drop and provide Laz maybe a pet like, even something like a Bublo would give him a boost in his movement speed and get him going. That would be great. I think that would be a big boost. We are almost at 2-star. If we can do that, we're fine. Let's see where we are. Yeah, 59. See if we can add it up a little bit. All right. Close enough. I consider that a win. Let's move on to the next one. We are on next phase. And let's try this one. How's this one going to be? Uh-oh. Yeah, this looks like trouble too. Okay, we do this. Let's do AC. Get any of these auto procs, or the majority of them. You're not going to get them all necessarily. But definitely get the Gunslinger Copters. The Gunslinger Copter is going to shut down even these high dodge combinations. It's not going to have any effect on the dodge level of the hero, but the hero's skill isn't going to be activating. And, this kind of tied to this whole process working. So we want to make sure that that is at least allowed to function. We're going to do let's send Ronin in there. Let's send our buddy Cosmo. Let's send our buddy Minnow in just a moment. And let us see where these love doves are. Oh, wow, 91%. Minnow functioned very well. See, it's tough to hit the love doves with these heroes. It's tough to make that contact because the love doves get all frozen up and they aren't necessarily making physical contact with the heroes. So that is difficult. And we're going to use Triantar to bring everybody back. How we doing? How we doing? Still at 92. 94. I have no doubt we'll go over. Let's call that a win. let's see here. We get some more troops. We get some more spells. We're almost through this. We've gotten through quite a few. At least not, if not with 3 stars, then certainly 2, a respectable 2. That was the one we just ran. We are on, I guess, 9, 8, 9. Yeah, we're making good progress. Uh-oh, this looks like trouble. I want to go down here. I don't want to be, I remember this. I don't want to be face first among a dozen dove keepers. That'll be real trouble. Okay, we're gonna use AC to knock out all of the gunslingers. Then keep the dove keepers. We want those. That was a poor drop on my part. I dropped our buddy Laz poorly on that. Let me try this again. Dropped him kind of away from the gunslinger, or from the love doves. Got to bring him up right in the center of that. But I don't want the actual hero herself to be bashing on him. Just the love doves. Kind of just where I dropped Atlanta Corps. And now get him ready. And right there. There we go. Much better. Much better. Let's try. Yeah. Cosmo. Let's get Ronin started. Let's get Minnow going. Start throwing down some base damaging spells. Maybe center region, town hall area. And let's work on that right there. Now we're already up to 34. We haven't used any revive yet on Triantar, so we still have that option. Just about to go over 50. How are we going to deal with 8-10 and 8-1? 8-1 has so many Anubises. I think we're going to have to put in Serena. 8-10, let's see. We're going to have to stack on an Ashura. Won't that be interesting? Okay. Let's do a boost, and let's get our buddy Triantar. Wait till the bad guys flash. Bring everybody back. And we are at 52%. All the way up to 60 now. We're saying 2 flames is enough. I already beat these dungeons. I don't need to go driving myself nuts searching for 3 flames with every kind of combination. Yeah, nice. And look at him. At no point, except for the bad drop that I had, at no point is he taking any kind of damage from anybody. Just total healing. Well, let me put it to you this way. First place, he's dodging and not taking any damage. And if he does take any, if he takes a little graze on the shoulder, he immediately heals because of the blade dance and all of this. It's great. Okay, let's bring that to a close. And let's do this. And we'll go to, where am I? Wrong button. There we go. 8-10. Let's try 8-10. Okay, we're going to wrap it up about 1 or 2 more dungeons. We're going to have to stack on an Ashura. Can I do that? Yes, I can. I probably can. With a less, we're going to find out. Okay, I'm going to wait for one of these Ashuras to stick his toe. Just stick your toe. Stick your nose outside that red line. And just give me anything physical that I can grab onto here. That's pretty slow. Okay, how's that guy? Oh, he just moved away at the last second. Okay, let's try this now. How is that? It's going to stay alive. So far, so good. So far, so good. Got a bunch of gunslinger copters, and this is the reason why Lazulix is not proccing. Okay. To do over again, I would use Atlanta Core. In fact, let's try that. Let's just do this. One more run. 8-10. And we are going to bring Atlanta Core out first to take care of those gunslinger copters. Otherwise, Laz is not proccing. Let's get a little bit closer, and we use our buddy Atlanta Core. Give it one more try. I can get Laz to drop. I can get Laz to activate, but not his in terms of his dodge capability, but not his skill because of the gunslinger copters. And that's going to require an Atlanta Core in order to kill her off. There we go. Okay. Hopefully this will get all the gunslinger copters. Now you see from the visual, we don't see any more gunslingers coming out. Real nice. And we try Laz. He gonna get killed just dropping there and not have anything to hit on? He needs something to hit on. He needs to be engaged in like the rhythm of attack here. He's also getting stunned up pretty badly by these towers. Here we go. Boom. We're up to 30% already. It just takes a couple of tries, a couple of attempts. You look at drop location, you look at drop order. All of these things are necessary in order to get a good run. I'm going to give him a little boost. And we're already at 58%. Real nice. Let's bring Tree into the mix. 64, 66. I'm not saying it's pretty, but it is a work of art. It's like a Jackson Pollock. Okay, and that leaves one more thing. 8-1, and then we're done. And we'll call it, we won't call it Laz Solos, the Insane 8 Dungeon series. We'll say Laz destroys the vast majority of the Insane 8 series. Okay, we'll come up with a catchier title before that. I say back here. Let's go back here with 8-1. This one always gives me trouble. Try to get an activation from Atlanta Core. Thank you. Okay, kill off those gunslingers. But what we're still going to have is a whole mess of Anubises. And we would be better served using Serena in addition to Triantar. But we're not doing that. Just for sake of time and fuss. Let's try our good buddy. Yeah, he got killed. I'll give it one more try, and not to drive myself nuts. There is a way to do it. It's probably 3 or 4 different places you can drop. I just have to give that experimentation its just due. We'll go right here. This is fine by me. Still AC gets wrecked. Yes, this 8-1's always trouble. We've got a couple of dozen not dozen. We've got several Anubises, a tremendous number of Little Nicks, who are every 6 seconds by the countdown clock, dropping a freeze on you. I get a flash from the Archdemon, and that freeze. Let's try this. And that freeze alone is enough to take out any of your heroes. Just one of those drops. I just straight dropped Laz. Now he's not activating his skill due to the fact that the gunslinger copters are hitting him. That's why I was trying to drop Atlanta Core first. And we do a little bit of this. We got one more base damage and spell. I'll drop it on that town hall, baby. Okay. And we've got our friend Cosmo. And we've got Ronan. And we've got some boost. And last but not least, we're going to use Tree to bring everybody back. And we're at 46 with well over a minute and a half remaining. Not bad. And you adjust it. You experiment with it. You find better places to drop, better drop order. Try to finagle an ability to get our buddy Laz to move forward toward the town hall. The closer Lazulix can get to the center region of the Insane 8 base, the better, because the more base damage he's going to do. So remember, under no obligation to destroy heroes, only base damage. Watch out for the flash every 3 seconds from the archdemons. Try to drop in between that flash. Laz at dodge, 14,500. The man's a monster. The man's a mirage. He's a wraith. He cannot be captured. He cannot be killed, except by somebody who's got a accuracy rate of more than 14,500. And even then, they're going to have a hard time hitting him consecutively. It'll be a little bit more randomized. So we'll see how it goes with Laz. I think that I'll wrap it up with this. I think that maybe the top 4, there are many to run on Laz. Not saying that there aren't many acceptable talents. For me and my personal play style, the top 4 talents are going to be Revive, because that's really indispensable. We're talking about 2 extra lives at 100% full health when you return. And a game mode like this requires that. Also, the Blade Dance, if you have a super high dodge rate, as I do. You don't have to put up his dodge. Many different traits to run, but that Blade Dance is essential for that. Also, the Sacred Light is definitely an option. I think that the damage reduction as well as the extra health is terrific. And last but not least, a survival to give him some invulnerability as well as an innate healing process via talent or insignia. You make some combination of these. The Revite also for instant skill activation, depending on the game mode, player versus player. So, put all 5 of those different talents and insignias in like a little food processor, and and every once in a while you have a different kind of combination. They're all great for Laz. Thanks everybody for tuning in to this most recent Laz video as the man smashed his way through the vast majority of the Insane 8 Dungeon series. All right, everybody, I'll check you later. Bye-bye.